Hello everyone, I'm gonna show you what I worked on this afternoon. Today is gonna be a very long video because I'm gonna show you, like in real time, the creation of a puzzle and the solution of a puzzle with all the new elements. So let's start by looking at what I added. I added an entity. It's called Airstream that basically pushes the player or the crates in a direction. Let me show you how it works. As always, we set the arguments for the direction and the strength of the push. I can simply copy paste. This is simple enough for an example. So we have our player and the crate. As you can see, it is animated, so when I step into the airstream, I follow the airstream. I cannot move while in the airstream. The same applies to the crates. So this can be useful to create one-way passage or to move the player or other elements around. Let's see another element I added. Create a new level. This is the ID gate. Basically, it is a gate triggered by a button. For its arguments, we set the ID, the direction in which the gate will fall, in this case towards the bottom, the speed of the gate, and whether it starts open or close. In this case I want it to start closed. I copy paste it so I can show you how multiple gates react. I'm gonna add the player and a button, that is the new entity. For the button we only set the trigger ID and the mode. Basically we can have a button like the ones in Portal, where something has to be on the button all the time for it to work, or it can trigger true false depending on if there is something on it or not. This one is gonna be multiple use. I'm gonna put another here that will be like the ones in Portal, so I can show you. To make it more interesting, we can add a crate and we can use that. Let's try it. As you can see, they start already closed. When I step on the button, they open, close, open, close. If I stay here, they trigger. If I move away, they trigger again, like in Portal. We can achieve the same effect with a crate, and we can also set them triggered in another state, and then the button like in Portal will work again. So with this kind of elements we can create any kind of puzzle. For example, we could create a puzzle where we need to push some crates to create a big enough platform to jump over another platform, and get a crate that we will have to push on a button, for example. I like to create puzzle by starting with a simple platform and using snippets to make it look better. Then I add some decorations. In this case I'm gonna make the inside darker, and I copy paste it. Then I like to add decorations to the level. For example, I'm gonna add some of these things here. So let's add the player. I want the player to start here, and I also want the goal to be a gate that we need to open. It's gonna be here, and it's gonna lead to this small room, which is gonna be our final room. There isn't an exit yet in the game, but we'll just try and imagine it. So I add a gate. As always, I set the arguments. I'm doing this off screen, but it's always the same thing. So now for the puzzle. We want that gate to open with a button that I'm gonna place here. But obviously, if the player is on the button, he can't get through the gate. So we are gonna need a crate to wake the button. That crate is gonna be in a, I don't know, I can put it here, for example. And to reach that crate, the player will have to use Airstreams, for example. Then, since the player cannot push the crate back into the airstreams, or else it will get pushed back on the platform, we are gonna try and figure out how we can make the puzzle more interesting by fooling the player. For example, if he doesn't know that there will be an airstream right under the three platforms. So I'm gonna try and add it. It will obviously be visible from the position the player starts in, because I don't want to make the puzzle a guess. With airstreams and buttons, you can also make any kind of timing puzzles. For example, an airstream that will drop a crate somewhere can be used as a timer, for example, and make the player rush through a gate. This can be made more interesting by adding some kind of items that make the player faster for a certain amount of time. So it's all really flexible as a system. Okay, gonna copy paste the airstream. I hope this works on the first try. I might also discover some crazy bug I didn't find, so it's all gonna be live. I think it should be fine like this. So the goal is basically pushing the crate over the ledge. Yeah, another block here so the player can escape. Perfect. Let's try it. I don't know if this will work. So we see the goal, it's closed. If we stand on the button, we cannot reach the goal, so we obviously need a crate there. we cannot go through the airstream because it pushes us back, so our only choice is to go up here. Now we could try pushing the crate there, but it's only gonna make it stuck, so we will be forced to, yeah, let's try it. See, it doesn't get pushed. We will be forced to go into the airstream again to push the crate. We can push the crate over here. I hope I don't... Oh yes, I fucked up. This is the wrong direction, so let me fix it very quickly. This is the perfect occasion to show you my new system to change a big amount of arguments. Basically, if you want to change arguments for many entities, you change the argument you want, and for the other arguments you just write null, so they stay unchanged. So as you can see, we only changed the x direction without changing other arguments. Let's try it again. This time it looks correct. So we go over here and we drop the crate from the ledge. I also drop. Let's see if it works. Yeah, the crate arrived. Now it's the player's turn. We push the crate on the button and we reach the final goal. Thank you for watching. I will keep you updated.